What's up, y'all? Big Red here, coming at you another episode of Earl's Curls. We're doing a weapon review for the Ticket to Revenge. That's right. Not a bad weapon. It's got a furious weapon speed, minus 90% weight. Furious ain't the best effect for a boss fight, but at least we're getting something out of it. We're getting 45%, 5% damage after each consecutive hit with a fire rate of 98. We'll be there real quick. Weapon speed is definitely a good roll. Your second star. Critical damage is another good roll. Bullets explode. But I think weapon speed, to me, in my opinion, is the best, unless the server is lagging, than critical damage. But minus 90% weight. Not really a trash roll. This weapon weighed like 14, 13 pounds, and now, it's like weighing like a little bit less than a pound, and with spikes being so heavy, it's really not a bad roll, especially for a newer player. The double ammo capacity is really cool. With the update coming and the effect of the quad, the reload speed is going to be affected. This might give it a competition. It might overtake it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting once it comes out. Check it out. It comes modded with the automatic piston receiver, long barrel, standard stock, reflex sight, and the Ticket to Revenge paint. Those are the mods you need to have. Those are good mods. Its fire rate's 98, like I said, 192 on the range. Fact accuracy is pretty good, and the AP cost is only 7. All right, we'll get into the perk loadout. You can see right now we got Arms Keeper going because I'm going to try to stack and test poor and danger rolls and see if they really do stack. Somewhere someone told me they did, or I saw somebody, but I want to know for sure if that's affecting it. But we're going to stack 4 of them. So we got Arms Keeper to help with the weight of the danger rolls. We got Blocker maxed out. Get 45% melee damage. Definitely essential for boss fights with a low health build with Earl and the Wendigos to be spamming you and staggering you and stomping on you. Definitely keep you alive and thriving. We got Bandolier too, because you had the spikes, like I said, weigh a ton, and you got to have that. Traveling Pharmacy at 3, got to have your chems in the apocalypse. Got to have some performance-enhancing drugs, you know what I mean? We got 2 commandos maxed out, 1 at 2. Normally I'm making room for ground pounder at 3. But I made room for awareness to check and see the resistance. This is really changing. I know it stacks with other players, but does it stack with yourself? It should show up on the resistance, so we're going to check that out. So we only got ground pounder at 1. We got concentrated fire at 1, get those back critical headshots, and we got tank killer for armor penetration. Over in endurance, we got life giver maxed out, 45% max health, definitely essential for any low health build. Ghoulish at 3. This will help with the slime pools he puts down. We'll get a little health regeneration back. Got fireproof retakiness, radical for carry weight, revenant to get 50% damage. Once we're revived, we'll be using a scout's banner. Already got 1 pop. Full surgeon, so the stim packs keep us alive quicker. So at times when they don't work, that's going to hopefully solve that issue. Tenderizer for more damage. Nerd rage, you got to have nerd rage. You go on low health. That's the whole one of the whole benefits, main staples of it. You get 40 damage, resist, 20 damage, 15 AP regen. We got Action Boy at 3, Born Survivor for the stim packs to kick in. Gunfu, if you don't just hold the trigger down with the railway and you kind of squeeze it in spurts, you'll get the max out Gunfu, even with the 20 clips in there, because they'll be killing things with like 1 or 2 bullets, as long as you don't just hold it down. I got Adrenaline stacked up for damage, maxed out, Dodgy for tankiness, Bloody Mess at 1. For a little more damage. We got better criticals, 100% critical damage, serendipity for tankiness, starch genes for mutations, critical savvy, get that crit every other shot. We're going to take off good assault. We're going to go quick hands with a 3 to help with our reloads. Maybe we'll get some free reloads so make it competitive with the quad. We are rocking a full set of civil engineer armor. That's why there's nothing invested into gunsmith. We're going to test and see just how good this armor is with 35% weapons break slower. You do have to have a sizzling style because there's no asbestos line for this armor. Nothing I've seen from Jiu-Jitsu or I've gotten, maybe if I'm wrong, let me know. I like to know. But so you're definitely going to have it going into the mine. Over in the buff, same as usual, got some cams busting our agility. We got Serums, cancel negative effects. Got ball head small guns, giving us extra 20% ballistic damage. We also got Guns and Bullets 3, giving us an extra 100% critical damage. This makes up for not having stranger numbers playing on a team. We got Sweet Mutt Fruit Tea, gives 100% critical damage. We got Cuppy Tea, getting AP regen. Got the Institute Flower Tea, and you got the Steam Melon Blossom Chai, giving max AP plus 40 and plus 4 to agility. So that's adding an extra 80 to AP. I do recommend at least running with Mutt Fruit, get a plus 2 to your agility, and Tater Juice, get a plus 20. If you're using VATS, you should get those easy, cheap buffs. You don't have to farm them. They're just right everywhere in the wasteland. So over in... we got Steel Bleeding Soup, giving us plus 4 to our endurance, plus on the exploration team, endurance like 25. We got Eagles, Egghead, Grounded, Herbivore, Hermitelli, Marsupial, Skelly Skin, and Speed Demon. And it's a full set of engineer armor, like I said. We're going to get ready to down ourselves. Really, that bonus effect really is pretty cool. That 35%, like 40% would have really been cool. But 35 was not too bad. So I got an improved pair kit. We use tater salad, which will give us a plus 60 to our HP. Oh, it worked first try. It's gotten back inconsistent. Get ourselves back down to Nerd Rage. All right, I think we're there. Yeah. All right, let's get our blowfly out. Stack our adrenaline up. Remember, boys and girls, there's 3 Wendigos, so you gotta use blowfly to get an extra 3 targets before we go in. Switch back. What's up, guys? I need some of that juice. I just hope I can really have that, pay attention to the bar. I guess I could have tested it on something else besides Earl, but we'll go ahead and reload. Just do ballistic bot, liquid courage, overdrive. We'll only pop a stealth boy just so we can have time to do what we need to do to test out. I don't know if it's stacking or not. I don't think it's stacked. I don't think it's stacked. I think it's still at 168. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I don't think it's stacked up. Get off me, Earl. Get off me, Earl. I don't think so. I don't think so, Earl. I don't think so, Earl. Well, okay, we did really good though. Let's look at the weapon. 3/4. with that's an improved pair kit. That's the effect of the Silver Engineer. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't know if you ever done this run, but if you have, without having gunsmith, if your fight goes a little bit longer, your weapon will break. I mean, that will break within 2 minutes. So for it only being like 3/4 with a minute 20 into the fight, that's pretty good effect. I think the sweet spot would be adding 1 point into gunsmith, still freeing up 4 points, or you can stack it and make it be like 80%, which will save you a lot of repair kits or in the workbench, save you supplies. It depends on where you're at and your resources and what you have in your perk loadout, what you want to save and move around. But it definitely opens up possibilities. Definitely a decent armor, even going against Earl, is more than capable with that effect. It really helps out. All right. Now we're going to clip in the quad and let's see how it does. All right, this is the quad I used. It's a quad with weapon speed minus action point cost. It's modded the same way. Besides, this one has a recoil compensated stock, but like I said, it doesn't really add anything to the standard stock. Is still just as good. Makes it make the CMD a little better, I think, but. We got reflex sight on there for the AP cost, and the range is the same, accuracy is the same. The AP cost is a little bit less, so that goes a little bit in the favor. On this run, I wasn't using the Secret Service. I mean, the Silver Engineer. I was using Secret Service on armor, and a loadout. You can see I have it's a little. Basically, the damage perks are the same. We got blocker maxed out. We got bandolier at 2. We got travel pharmacy 3. We got 2 of our commandos maxed out. 1 at 2. We got ground pounder at 3. We sacrificed 1 point in our commandos to have ground pounder. I don't have awareness on there. I do use force danger off surrenders. This is before I tested. This is an earlier run, my better run. I did a couple runs, but it wasn't as good as this one, so I went with the one already done. That was the better run. So both of these I do inject it with the danger roll, but the first one we know that the danger roll doesn't stack. So we see the evidence, but it only stacks when you have other people. But the rest of the perks are the same. Besides an endurance, I had ironclad on this one and Chem Fina 2, which you don't need because your overdrive will last 5 minutes, and this fight only lasts the longest you're going to make it, even on a bad run for a railway. I mean, hopefully 2 minutes. You should have him Earl down. I would say 1.5 minutes would be a bad run for a railway. For a new player, 2 minutes, it's still 1.5 minutes would still be good though. We got gunsmith at 5 because that's what I would recommend. If I don't have Silver Engineer armor, I definitely would have gunsmith maxed out for the ability of this gun. We have field surgeon, tenderizer, we have life giver, like I said. We have revenant, radical. We're going to revive ourselves. The damage perks are the same. Gun food's maxed out. Dodgy for tankiness. Adrenaline maxed out. Better criticals. Extra 100%. We have serendipity. We have curator. We had starch genes. We had critical savvy. And we have good assault. I took good assault out, and I did put on the bloody mess. So that's going to give it a little bit different. We have Fairphone fireworks on there. So there was a couple things that were just a little different. But it's still going to give you a comparison of the quad versus the Ticket to Revenge. Just give you an idea of how good the Ticket to Revenge really is. Alright, and my buffs are the same as normal. Has some cam buffs, has certain cancel my negative effects, had company tea, had the Institute Flower tea, had the Steep Melon Blossom Chai, Sweet Mustard tea, got extra 100% critical damage, had the same mutations. Yeah, so the buffs the same. Like I said, mutations are the same. The only thing that don't kill me on the bloody mess because I'm gonna let this play a little longer before we go to clip in the fight, because I do down myself and I do use Revenant, but this is before I realized you couldn't take Revenant off, even though it's triggered. If you take the card off, you lose it. I did figure that out. So this is one of my earlier runs that I did, I mean, months ago, and before I figured that out, when I do get revived, I wind up taking Revenant off and replacing it, and you can't do that when you're using Revenant. So that more than makes up for this, for the quad having Bloody Mess and at maxed out, and the Ticket to Revenge only having one point of Bloody Mess, because the Ticket to Revenge did have the full Revenant bonus in the fight, and this quad didn't. As you can see, I'm revived. I'm gonna get my health back down, and then I'm gonna take off Revenant. Yeah, I probably did this back when that first update, last update came out with Dangerous Pastimes just started. So all right. So you see me take off Revenant. So this fight's they're pretty even. All right, let's get right into it. All right, let's stack our adrenaline up like we always do. What's up, guys? Borrow some of that juice, bro. Gotta have the juices loose. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how this reload really affects the quad way. I mean, it's definitely been one of the more OP guns in the game for a minute outside Legacies. It's always been a top boss gun. It's always been a good weapon. I mean, when Legacies, of course, were, I mean, that was just totally OP. But Railway's always been OP. I mean, with the way Legacies, they just made it like top of the class and had too much competition besides the Enclave. But of course, the bosses have more help now, so you know, speed runs are a lot harder. Here we are going to stack our Indain draws. Of course, now we know that it really ain't. We're not getting no more out of it unless there's other people, according to the test we did before, that it did not affect his resistance. But I'm using this run because it was a better run, and I did use Forge and draw surrenders on it, and here we go. Getting 7 in the high 700s. That's about what we were getting with the Ticket to Revenge. I think Ticket to Revenge got some 8s in there, probably because of the Furious effect. See, you already got him down about halfway. It might help out in your run, you know, you're popping a stealth boy for the beginning of the fight. Just even though you're not hidden, it kind of makes you invisible and kind of keeps Earl off you a little bit. That wasn't my intention there. I was just testing the danger draws. The reason I took the stealth boy, so I'd have time to do it, so he wouldn't be all up on me. Yeah, as you can see, very good run, clean, got straight to the point. All right, now let's compare the two side by side. All right, here we go. We got the Ticket to Revenge on top, and we got the quad on the bottom. As you can see, the quad is definitely, you know, out DPSing the Ticket to Revenge. But, I mean, that's because it's got quadruple capacity. I mean, the damage is the same. Both are in the high 7s. I think the damage is a little bit more for the Ticket to Revenge, like a couple were in the 8s. But I mean, it's competitive. I mean, if the reload speed is penalized bad, this Ticket to Revenge could pass up the quad. It could be the new go-to for commando boss killers, for top boss killers in the game. Because look at that. I mean, okay, that was under a minute time, like 53 seconds. And so this Ticket to Revenge is like a minute and 20 seconds. So it's like 20-something second, almost 30-second difference. But if you add in penalized for reloads, it was a minute 18. Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit over 20 seconds difference. But if you add in reloads that take longer, it could give it a run for its money. But either way, it just shows. I mean, a minute and 20 seconds is minute 18 seconds. That's a good kill on Earl. So Ticket to Revenge is definitely. I give it the big red thumbs up. It is definitely a good weapon. It's a weapon you can make a build around, especially if you're a newer player. You don't got a quad yet, and you're wanting to have a railway build. This is the perfect weapon for you. Weapon speed, double capacity, minus the weight, and if you couple it with the silver engineer armor, it'll obviously help you if you're trying to get your Secret Service, where you're trying to grind and you get that Secret Service armor. It'll also free up some slots in your intelligence for gunsmith, that or you can add your gunsmith onto it, or you don't got the resources to repair stuff. Either way, it opens up some possibilities. You couple these two together. It's kind of cool that they came out kind of right behind each other, because you can use the silver engineer armor on for the enclave flamer, for the railway rifle, for the holy fire without power armor or something like that. Any type of fast firing weapon that's armor, as long as you're not playing stealth. I do recommend Covert Scout for stealth, but this is definitely, if you're wanting to run a heavy gunner without power armor and you want to have something that makes your weapons break slower, this is definitely a good piece of armor. The only drawback is there's no asbestos lining, so you do have to invest in sizzling style with this armor, but it definitely breaks slower. That 35% is definitely very helpful. And the Ticket to Revenge is definitely a good gun. I give it a big red thumbs up. Have you got your Ticket to Revenge yet? If you have, how do you like it, you experienced players? Are you enjoying it? If you're a newer player, do you not know what to do with it yet? Do you realize how good it was? Do you think we'd get a minute and 20-second kill on Earl with the Ticket to Revenge? Well, any railway is going to be good. I can guarantee you that. Railways, only negative thing is that you just don't have enough ammo capacity. But railways are definitely top boss killers in Fallout 76. But complete the quest line, get your Ticket to Revenge, especially your newer players, and you can make you a railway build out of it. Definitely recommended. Tell me what y'all think. If you got anything out of it, like and subscribe. This is Big Red. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.